What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Back to the Past. I'm Alex, and I want to start off this video by saying something. I wasn't actually planning on making a video out of this. I like to do when I expand my gaming collection. I like to share it with you all. You can tell me stories. I can tell you stories of the retro games that I get, right? Now, here's the thing. For this video, this list here, what I got, these are not retro by any means. The oldest game is maybe like 2015, 2016, so this is not old whatsoever. However, this is I guess my version of like the GameStop roulette, of course, trademarked by Mr. Matty Plays over on Retro Rebound. So the reason why I wasn't going to do this is this was just a general purchase. I spent about $100 on GameStop, and I thought, okay, well, just $100, no big deal. Closer to Christmas, or once Christmas happens, when I get my Christmas gifts of older retro games, we are definitely going to make a video on that. But then it came. The GameStop delivery came, ladies and gentlemen, and let me tell you something. I'm overall rather impressed because normally you get some, as has been seen before, you can get some terrible stuff. Now, a lot of my things were supposed to be new, and in fact, most of them, if not all of them, are new. Some have a little something going on that we're going to discuss and look at, but one of them very much upset me, where I got visibly mad, and my wife told me to not do things, and I'm returning it. I'm going to be returning the game, but I am going to show it off and talk about it. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put that one in the middle of this video. So I have 8 games, and then 9 is the truly messed up one. The 9th one I'll put kind of right in the middle. So we'll do 4, 1, 4. My math is correct. That should get us 9. All right, let's get into it. So this was the GameStop sale, and things were massively discounted. I was very, very happy. Again, none of these are old by any means, but I mean, they're not new. They didn't come out like this year. So first one I want to look at is actually the first one that arrived in the mail, and it's on Xbox, so it's going to be the green screen's going to mess it up. Jump Force. Who remembers this one? So, funny story with Jump Force. You might say, well, Alex, maybe you were around at this time. I think this game came out. This came out in 2019. I know where I was when I covered it. Maybe it was 2018. So I played it. I made videos on it. I actually made some pretty successful videos. Did like a ranking video. People seemed to jive with it. My review was I did not like it. I was kind of on the side that, yeah, this was a colossal disappointment. Now, here's the deal, though. This game was $5 on the sale, $5, and I saw it rather early when I'm scrolling through GameStop's site. I'll tell you exactly the game that got me on GameStop, but this was one I saw shortly after, and I said, okay, well, I own the game. I traded it in. I actually gave it back, and that was a really bad move. I've talked so many times on I think I made 3 or 4 of these collection kind of videos so far. By the way, there's a playlist. I think all of them should show up at the end of this video if you guys want to check out all the games I've been getting in the last year. And I've said in all of those, and I'll say it again, for me, I've made so many mistakes, or my parents have thrown out games. I've gotten very mad. Even games that I don't like I don't know what came over me, to give these games away. I had games like Sekiro or Twisted Metal, the PS3 one, or Digimon World 3 is a big one my mom must have thrown away. There's a couple of them out there that I'm very upset about, but this one was me. This one was me, and this game was actually delisted, right? Like, I don't think you can actually get this game digitally anymore, so you can only get it physically. And here's the thing, I think you can tell, even with the stupid green screen, it's new. This is literally a new copy. It's got the, whatever, it's got that on it. So, new version of it. Do I intend, I'll play it we'll make a video just on Jump Force. That should be exciting. But beyond that, am I going to play it too much? No, but I did want to have it physically, especially with this game kind of just going off, like them taking Bandai Namco, kind of being embarrassed, I guess, basically from what happened to it. So, all right, that was the first one. Let's do the one that actually got me on the site. This is the first game I saw. I think Wario tweeted on Twitter, and I said, oh my God, I actually, as soon as I saw the tweet, I said, all right, I'm getting it. And then the sale, whatever happens afterwards was the sale. This game, Digimon Survive. Now, I said earlier, some of these games are a little bit better than others. So this one has, and I know the follower. I know the follower who has told me how to get this off, and I appreciate you watching all these videos, man. I really, really do. So when you're watching, just know I'll be removing that eventually. So this is a game I really want. I just mentioned, Digimon World 3. I've only ever played, I think, 1 or 2 Digimon games. I played them when I was young, when I was unprepared, and just not ready for the experience. And this game was a game that I covered a bit, talked a bit about it, but when it came out, I just never jumped in. And people often regard this game as like top 2, top 3. There's like 20 Digimon games out, but this is like a top 2 or 3 Digimon game. So it doesn't have, like, there's nothing, it's just a disc, which is, it's the PS4 and Xbox One era, right? You're not going to get the disc, but looks really nice. Back looks really nice. It's just this stupid thing on the front. I'll get that taken care of, but this was the game that actually got me to do the actual sale. Okay, we'll do a couple more, and then I'm gonna do the upsetting one. Next up, this game is actually okay. This is a game that I did only to get me to the free shipping mark. So like on GameStop, you have to pay for shipping unless you reach a certain amount. If you get more than that, okay. So I did all the games that I really, really wanted. There's some really good sales, by the way. Digimon, by the way. So Jump Force was $5. Digimon, I think, was 10, and that's what kind of caught me, because normally it's 60. Normally it only goes down to like 30. I think it's the lowest I've ever seen. It was 30, so $10. I was like, I gotta do it. This game was $3, $2.99. And as soon as I saw it, I said, well, I've played it. I have played this game. I just don't own it, and so I had to get that fixed. So Injustice 2. Can you believe that? Oh no, you know what? I just noticed. Well, it's got this. That's okay. That's okay. I'll get that removed. So Injustice 2, not too much to say about it. I will make, we talked so much about Mortal Kombat leading into Mortal Kombat 1. Hopefully, I'm waiting. Honestly, I'll tell you, I'm waiting for Injustice 3, which hopefully is the next game from NetherRealm. And when that happens, we'll go through Injustice 1 and 2 on this channel. So just want to have it physically. I actually don't have Injustice 1 either physically. I've played both of them, but that was good to add to my collection, and it was the cheapest one. Okay, some of them stood out to me, where it's like, all right, well, I'm just waiting to kind of get caught by surprise, or, how much are these games going to be? I'm looking at the receipt doesn't say how much each one was. I'm kind of just going based off of memory. But there's a little game called Star Ocean, the second story R, that's coming out which, by the way, by the time this video goes up, that game may have already been out, so I got to kind of check myself. However, okay, that game came out. I got the PS3 gen, I think it's The Last Hope or something like it's called. So now I was looking through, and I said, well, I want to start a little Star Ocean collection. So I got this one, The Divine Force. This, I believe, came out like a year ago, and it did not get good reviews. I think it's sitting at like a 60. I can hear, by the way. Can you hear that? Maybe you can hear it. The disc is, it's in its little foil or whatever, but the disc is not in the thing. Just want to mark that for the record. Again, like, the scores aren't very good. Not that I care about review scores, but the Star Ocean frame, I'm going to put this down before I keep breaking the freaking disc. Star Ocean, from what I understand, just on my limited research to get ready for the second story R, they haven't had too many, like, major wins. Like, the second story is, like, the big one, the one that it's kind of universally loved. There's some others that people like, or maybe some people love, but it's just never really matched it. So I thought that would be fun to get it, add to the collection, play them. I will be playing the Star Ocean games that I've gotten. All right, you made it halfway through the video. I appreciate you being here. Let's talk about the bad one, and then we got 4 more. Okay, we got 4 more after. So, back in the day, and by back in the day, I mean literally 1 year ago, a game of the year came out, and it was called A Plague Tale Requiem, all right? Now, this is a game that I had played, in a sense, I believe that summer, the summer of 2022, and I thought it was fantastic. I played it so late, and I loved it. Thought it was incredible. Maybe it was 2021. Maybe I'm getting my years wrong. So fast forward to them, and I'm saying all the time on the channel, I want Requiem. I want Requiem as a review. Like, if I'm ever going to get a code for a review, I feel like that game could be game of the year. I'd love it. And they did. They gave it to me early. In fact, they gave it to me like 2 weeks early. I was like smiling that entire 2-week period. Like, I was just so happy with myself. I was feeling good, okay? I beat the game. It's my game of the year of last year. It's actually the best game I've played. And when I'm recording this on October 13th, it's the best game I've played in about the last 2 years, okay? But with all that being said, they gave it to me digitally, right? Because I got the review code. Don't have it physically. All right, so I go on GameStop, and I'm on, and I see that this game, I think it's $10, maybe it's $15, okay? And Star Ocean, I think that was only like $10 or $15 as well. So it's $10 or $15, and I'm trying to get to $75 for the, free shipping. So I say, all right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy the game because I don't have it physically, and this is a game that maybe 10 years from now, I'll look back and say, I really want this game physically. So, of course, by the way, this is the game that GameStop freaking messes up, right? The one that I don't really need it the most of these games, the 9 of them, but it's probably the best game of the entire group in terms of like quality. So I was like, all right, let's do it. So here's what I did. I got the game on Xbox Series X. That's important. Remember that. Xbox Series X. Okay. So I opened the box, and I should have done that live, but I don't think you would have liked to see how mad I was. I open the box. I see all these games, and I see a note. See this note? Allow me to read it for you. Hi, Alexander. Unfortunately, the case Requiem belongs in has been stolen, and it was the last copy. I wanted to reassure you that the game is still new and unplayed. However, we had to give you a generic case. I'm so sorry about that. If this is an issue, we completely understand, plus recommend reaching out for a return. Thank you for your order. So that upset me. And then I see it. Now, it's also damaged. It won't close. Does it close? I guess it closes. It was damaged earlier. It's unopened. You know, I can hear the game again, just like Star Ocean or whichever one it was. But you may have seen when I lifted it up for you. Let me lift it up for you one more time. Do you notice something? I'll give you 2 seconds. 1, 2. Actually, let me show you the back. 1, 2. You notice something? Right here. PS5. Now look, if I got it for PS5 for the same price, because I think Xbox was a cheaper version, think because it's on Game Pass, it's less money when they have the sale, right? I'll take it on PS5. I don't care. However, I got the Xbox version, so it's not the right version. This case, at least up until like 2 minutes ago, it was broken. Maybe I fixed it without knowing. And it's like I do this for the look at how good this looks. Look how good this looks. They all look good. I buy it for we do it all the time, you know, when I open these games and we look at the manuals. I'm a big manual guy, just like Maddie at Retro Rebound. What is this? I'm not doing it, so I'm returning it. Long story short, this is not gonna fly. If they can't get me the one with the case, which it sounds like they can't, but maybe this GameStop by my house can. If they can't do it, I'll just get my money back, and I will get it. I will get it one day. I'll buy this game with the actual freaking case, but not today. Obviously not today. All right, 4 more. We'll try to like rapid fire this. Shin Megami, I say Tensei. Hope that's how you say it. 3. So, I'm a big Atlas fan. I'm a big Atlas fan because of Persona and Catherine. I've actually never played. Now, I know like Shin Megami is kind of what originated Persona, and Persona being a spinoff. So I know a little bit about the history, but I've never actually played a literal game that is titled Shin Megami, yada, yada. So I saw this, and I think this was cheap. I think this was maybe like $5, $10 max. Maybe some of these were like $7 or $8. I guess I'll just round and say 5 to 10. So as soon as I saw this, I said, will I play? I'm sure I'll play it. Will I play it soon? No. When will I play it? I guess I don't know. But just to kind of have it, it's the HD remaster, right? On PS4. Trophies. I love trophies. So I said, all right, let's do it. Okay, 3 more. This one I thought was fun. I think this one was maybe like 6 or 7. Like this was definitely on the cheaper end. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. I've played Dragon Ball games. I'm not a massive Dragon Ball fan, but I definitely like it. I've watched it in the past. I've played many of the games, but I played them when I was so young. Like I did play the Budokai Tenkaichi games, and I don't think I ever owned them, but I know I rented them. My cousin was super into them, so he owned them all. Wonder if he actually still owns it. Maybe I can buy it from him. But so I'm into it, but I'm not super into it. In fact, I haven't played a new Dragon Ball game in probably like a decade or so. So I've never played. Well, they were on PlayStation Plus. I think this game is on PlayStation or Xbox Game Pass. So maybe I've touched it before. Maybe I've played recent Dragon Ball games, but not a lot, not often. So this is just, I saw this for cheap. I thought eventually, because of Budokai Tenkaichi 4, we are going to go back. I'm not going to get 3 physically because that runs for like $200. That's no joke. $200, I think, for Budokai Tenkaichi 3. So I'll try to get 1 and 2. I'll get some of these games and we'll play through and make some videos on that leading into Tenkaichi 4. Okay, 2 more. This is one I regret skipping, and as soon as I saw it, I said this makes logical sense to buy it and play it, and it's Strangers of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin. So exactly what I said. Game came, game went, game did pretty good online, like people generally liked it. I had interest, like it looked good from everything that I saw. I don't remember when it came out. I don't remember what it was around, but I'm going to assume it was a mix of I kind of was still, even to this day, like I'm more like mainstream Final Fantasy, like casual. I'm a Final Fantasy casual fan mixed in with I probably was playing other games. Those two things probably resulted in me not getting it. But sale and you know, playing 16 and obviously 7 remake and rebirth, and I want to play. I've said this before. Like Final Fantasy is maybe the franchise I want to play like the entirety of. So going back to like Final Fantasy 8 and 9 and stuff like so. This made a lot of sense to kind of add to my collection. And one more, and this might actually be, you know, like Plague Tale in terms of my favorite. It's my favorite, right, of the entire group. In terms of like critical reception and how much people loved it, this might be the number one. Octopath Traveler 2. So, there's not too much to say about it because I'm kind of in the dark. Like I think Maddie Retro Rebound, I think he's talked about it or he did a review on it. You know, these games, triangle strategy, stuff like that, they're games I would be into if I played them. I just don't. It's a weak spot. But like the Chrono Triggers of the world, stuff like that, I'm just not. I haven't played too much. Like Sea of Stars, I'm going to play eventually. But so a game like Octopath, and it's the second game. I don't have the first game. I guess maybe I should get that. It's a weak spot, but I want to try to fix that, hence me getting the game for cheap. So there you go. 9 games. GameStop royally effed up. But you know what? I'll be honest. Like, yeah, I made a big deal out of it, and hopefully everybody kind of understands. And look, I'm not all that, like, I'm also not one, by the way, where like I go in and I get like super upset. I'm insanely shy and quiet, which is not what you would expect of me. But like talking to like a sales rep or like walking, I'll be like, hey, so they gave me this game and it's the wrong version and you know the case, and like I was wondering, like that's how I talk in public. I'm very like reserved, so I'm not gonna go and flip out. And also, like I said, it's been worse. Like Maddie and other people that have bought from GameStop, sometimes you get a different game. So like you wouldn't even get Plague Tale, you get some other game, and then also you maybe would just not get a game. Period. All these games have discs, and this game has a disc in it, as well. Some of them are not in the slot, but at least there's the disc in it. Am I going to open it? No. So I guess I can't verify that it actually is Plague Tale, but there you go. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you like it, maybe we can do it again and do our own kind of GameStop roulette, I believe he calls it. Maybe we can do that too. Let me know what you think. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.